We are right now starting with a new topic, and it's going to be the organizational change. And in this video, I would like to briefly introduce you to the topic. So, the organizational change is defined as the process by which organizations move from their present to some desired future state to increase their effectiveness. This is quite a straightforward definition, and if I would like to draw it, let me try it. So let's say we will make ourselves a small graph, and we will display time over here, and then we will display our effectiveness, or this can be as well considered as being the performance of our organization. So how well do we perform? Performance. And of course, the further up we are, the better we perform, or the more effective we are. And now we are moving from some present state. So let's say that this is our present state where we currently are. And now we would like to move to some desired future state where there is increased effectiveness. So let's say this will be our future state, where, as you can see, there is an increase in the effectiveness or the performance of the organization. And of course, what is going to happen in between these two parts? So this right over here, where the effectiveness or the performance is increasing, this is the organizational change. So if someone in the future is going to ask you how to imagine the organizational change, I think this little graph that is using the effectiveness and time is the best way to display it. So I hope it will help you in the future videos. And before we proceed further, let's take a close look at the targets of change. What are we actually trying to do, or how do we target the change? So at first, we have a human resources over here. We can invest in some training, change the organizational values and norms. We can examine our reward systems, and maybe this would be very painful. We can change the composition of top management. Then we can focus on the functional resources, because we all know that there are some functions within our organization. There is marketing, manufacturing, engineering, research and development. So we can focus at any of these particularly and try to improve the value it creates. Then we can as well focus on the technology. We can try to develop new products, modify existing products, or increase quality or reliability. Now finally, we have the organizational capabilities, which is changing the relationships between people. And this I would like to highlight, because this is the hardest part and maybe the most important. The reason why it is so hard to change the relationships between people is that if you want to do it, you will have to do changes in all of these previously three mentioned. So you will have to change some technological capabilities, then as well some functional resources, and especially of course human resources. But as I said, changing the relationships between people in the organization can be very tricky, but at the same time very beneficial. So that was the introduction to the organizational change.